Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. The SNP are running around like headless chickens, as the court case brought by Alex Salmond nears and it begins very soon. They are trying desperately to put together a legal team to try and defend themselves, against which they may not have any defence. This is Alex suing the SNP government for the damage to his reputation. And of course, he's got an incredibly strong chance of winning it, because after all, he's already won the cases in court against him, saying that he did not sexually abuse anyone. And so for them to have basically faked it, charged it, all these women who were mysteriously promoting into saying these claims and whatever, all at the behest of people within the party. And we know which people we are on about, really, don't we? Particularly Liz Lloyd and Nicola Sturgeon, allegedly. And so his case is strong and he's likely to win, and the SNP really don't know how to go about defending it. So let's take a look to see why he's so strong, they're so weak, the panic is setting in as the court day looms. Here goes. So, SNP Government preparing for £3 million Alex Salmond court battle as it elicits secret legal advice. It hasn't got a chance of winning, really, because of the cases that he's won in court when the charges were put against him. And so, now having proved he's innocent, he has to look to who started these rumours. And it will be shown that it was the SNP government. The damages are clear. The former First Minister launched fresh legal action against the Scottish Government, and specifically Leslie Evans, Nicola Sturgeon and Liz Lloyd. The Scottish Government is gearing up for an intense court battle with the old enemy Alex Salmond, as it has elicited secret legal advice. We previously told how the former First Minister is seeking damages from the SNP due to the way it mishandled sexual misconduct allegations against him. The allegations, of course, that were manufactured by these people, allegedly. He's lodged his case at the court session and is understood to be seeking £3 million due to his loss of earnings and reputational damage. It is the second time he's taken the government to court, as he won a case back in 2019, being awarded over $500,000 in costs. He's got such a good case. I don't know why the SNP are even bothering. They should just go and agree to settle out of court. They're going to lose it. Now, the other thing is, of course, the SNP will have taken legal advice. And every time they take legal advice, they keep it hidden. Because every time they take legal advice, it says you're going to lose. But they still often go to court anyway. So, you have to wonder what's going to go on with these people. Rolling the dice. But you're not going to throw a double six here, are you? You're going to lose. Doesn't matter. Somebody will steal the dice. Anyway, Humza Yousaf's administration has been quiet over the whole affair. Of course it is. It doesn't want to admit anything like it actually happened. And the Scottish Daily Express can reveal that SNP advisers have told all of their ministers to respond with, "It would not be appropriate to comment on live litigation," which is their way of saying, we are going to lose. Emails about the situation showed that officials wrote that it should be used given the legal position and the need to equip any ministers undertaking media with a position. We asked the government about what preparation it's done so far for Mr Salmond's latest court action, and were informed that legal advice had been taken but cannot be made public. They said that there is a very strong public interest in maintaining confidentiality of communications between legal advisor and client, and in considering litigation. Again, this is their way of saying, we don't want to tell you what we've been told, because what we've been told is we're going to lose. If they were told they were going to win, you can guarantee they'd be crowing about it from the highest minaret in Holyrood. They said it is clearly the public interest for lawyers to be able to provide free and frank legal advice to their clients, considering and discussing all issues and options, without fear that the advice might be disclosed and potentially taken out of context. And it's also the public interest that decisions are taken by the government in a fully informed legal context. And we agree that absolutely is the case. Of course, legal advice should be confidential during during the case and whatever. But this isn't asking for what the actual legal advice is. It's asking whether they received legal advice or not. and what they want to do. Are they going to proceed? These sort of things are not the specifics of the legal advice. Basically, people are asking, have you been told whether you'll win? And that's what, that you can really have that released, in the widest possible, loosest frame. But when you look at all the other times that they've went to court, I mean, over the gender bill, for example, and Humza Yousaf said, we're only going to go to court if the legal advice is that we will likely to win. They went to court. So presumably the legal advice was that you're likely to win. But of course they've never ever published that legal advice, even now, long time after that court case, because it wasn't the advice. And therefore, if they've spent all that money going to court, even though the advice was you're going to lose, then they must be liable for that as well. So it'd be interesting to see. Anyway, ministers and officials, therefore, they say they need high quality, comprehensive legal advice. Of course they do, yes, blah, 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 load of old rubbish, trying to make excuses. Trying to make excuses as to say why they're not going to tell you that they know they're going to lose. Put it that way. Mr. Salmond is accusing the government of malfeasance, the wrongful exercise of lawful authority by civil servants. And when he announced the launch of the case, he said that not one single person has been held accountable for the botched handling of the harassment inquiry, which he said a court session judged as unlawful, unfair and tainted by apparent bias. Sums up the SNP quite easily, I would have thought. He added, with this court action, that evasion of responsibility ends. The calling of the action signals that the day of reckoning for the Scottish Government's record of malfeasance on this grand scale will inevitably come. Good. The public officials and ministers named in his action include his successor as First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, as well as the government's former Permanent Secretary Leslie Evans and ex-Chief of Staff Liz Lloyd. When asked about the situation, Mr. Yousaf said they would defend its position robustly. You may well defend it, but I don't think you're going to defend it successfully. Everything that's come out about this stinks to high heaven, and I think any kind of court action where there's going to be a jury will definitely find in favour of Alex Salmond. Ms. Sturgeon also refutes the claims, because of course she does, from Mr. Salmond, with a spokeswoman for her previously saying she answered questions before a parliamentary committee for 8 hours in 2021. That doesn't mean that she told the truth. It doesn't mean that it was anything approaching the truth. Answering the questions in a parliamentary committee is nothing for her. The whole difference here is, if she's not believed, which she won't be, it's going to cost a lot of money. She was also investigated and cleared by the independent advisor on the ministerial code. Alex Salmond's actions are a matter for him, she said, and the conduct of the case is a matter for the Scottish Government. Yeah, but you wonder if old Cranky will be pulled in to force to give evidence. Do hope so. Nice to see her in court. Alas, only in the witness box, and not, of course, in the accused in the dock. But it's close enough. Anyway, round off there, we'll come up. Anything that gets Nicola Sturgeon into a court is good. And the chances are, because she's such a habit of telling lies, that she'll probably lie under oath in court. At which case, of course, all sorts of strange things can happen. She's got to be very careful. She lies as easily as she breathes, and she assumes that she can get away with it. Maybe different in a court of law. Here's hoping. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll stop there. Do please hit the subscribe button. We're very close to 13,000. And if any of you regular viewers or new viewers are yet to subscribe, do please hit the button. Let's get there. As I said on an earlier video, today is my birthday. It'd be nice to get that 13,000 as my little birthday present. It's up to you. Anyway, till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.